So my name is Amy Atkins, and I actually in my day job work for the Alliance for Climate Education, so I'm going to take us on a more serious but yet more hopeful note with talking about shedding some light on climate change. So in my day job, I go into high schools and talk to high school students about climate change. Over 95% of the world's leading climate scientists believe that climate change is in fact happening and humans are causing it. A Yale study actually showed us the 95% most recently, and so it's definitely a pressing issue. All of these things that you see up here that I'm not going to read to you are what scientists are saying could happen if we do nothing about the present state of the climate. Fairly depressing, unfortunately, but the last thing you want is me showing up telling you how awful the world can be. So, it doesn't have to all be gloom and doom. We're going to talk about what you can do starting today to actually create total change in the environment. You can change the world. And that's a gorgeous picture of Hanging Lake. If you haven't been, I definitely recommend it. So, Informed Awake, it's a Paul Hawken saying that says that the magnitude of the problem is not as drastic as the magnitude of possible solutions. So there is definitely hope even when we see the gloom and doom. So what possibility will you choose? In the darkest time of year, how can you shed light on the solutions of climate change? What can you do starting today? So that's what the rest of the presentation is going to be about. This idea that you actually can create change. So it's easy to make changes in the summer though. We ride our bike, we leave the windows open for climate control so we don't use heating or air conditioning, we go out and do gardening, we plant trees, we have local food available. But what can I do today when it's cold? How can we actually create change in the winter? And that's a big important key step. The first thing that I'm asking you to do to start creating change is to do one thing. It makes it less confusing, and that one thing can be whatever it is that you choose. Arthur Waskow talked about a yin-yang concept for the Jewish holidays, where the darkest time of the year we have the lightest holiday, and at the lightest time of the year we have the darkest holiday. So this idea that we have this bright light in this bright spot right now is the time for you to be able to start creating change. Do one thing. What is the one thing you're going to do? Matt, what is the one thing you're going to do?
I'm going to ride my bike to school every day.
So right now, I want you to think in your mind and make a commitment of something you're going to do. Unplug your energy vampires, use less paper towels, take a power shower. Think right now. I'm going to be quiet for a second. What's the one thing you're going to do? Today, you're going to start. Power shower is just a shorter shower. So here's some ideas. Carpool or bus to work, bike, or school. And you're going to be able to meet your neighbors. You're going to be able to create community. When I bike to work, I actually talk to people. Whoever else has stopped at the light with me, if I'm in my car, I don't. Have a canning party. My husband and I and our friends canned 95 jars of food over Labor Day weekend. It was great fun and it's delicious. Highly recommend it. Those are peaches. They're really yummy. Why don't you get some new duds at a clothing swap? My friends and I call it the Naked Lady Party. We get together right before Passover when we're cleaning everything anyway. We dump all of our clothes on the bed, strip down our bra and underwear, and take home a whole new set of clothes at the end of the day. Unplug your energy vampires, then spend the money you save at the used bookstore for a copy of Twilight. So the idea is that a lot of these things can also be money saving, even if you're not totally comfortable with the idea of climate change. You can just do it to save money. You can organize a carrot mob. No way I explain this in 15 seconds, so ask me later. I'd love to talk about it. They're really cool. It's using area businesses and making your money work for you, though. It's really lovely. So that's the concept of a carrot mob. We actually had one on Boulder 10-10-10. You may want to carry a reusable coffee mug. I also highly recommend for a romantic evening the Tennessee Pass Cookhouse. It's a yurt at 10,000 feet that you snowshoot into. And you can try out new drinks like mate chocolate. I'll tell you the recipe later. And on the coldest night of the year, when you're really just ready to throw in the towel and don't want to do anything new, here is a fabulous idea. Ready for it? Turn off the TV, invite some friends over, and play board games by candlelight. I highly recommend it on the 8th night when your Chanukah is bright and beautiful. Perfect night to do it. So instead of climate change being about weather disasters, climate refugees, and species extinction, you can save money, build community, and get creative. My name is Amy Atkins. I'm actually in my day job with the Alliance for Climate Education, so if any of you work with high school students, I bring in a free presentation on climate change to your school and then help students form environmental clubs afterwards. I'd love to talk to you about it.